It's crazy that I be telling y'all things and y'all don't listen to me, right? Told y'all Flakko whacking them, they be trying to take my page and trying to knock me down because they really know I'm talented over here. You know what I mean? So, have you heard anybody else report on this taco truck situation other than me? Has anybody heard anybody report on this taco truck situation other than me? Okay. So now we got Poetik Flakko doing what I told y'all he's been doing. You know? So yeah, man. Are y'all gonna believe it now because Flakko said it? All right, let's pull it up. It's really irritating, man, to have to deal with these suckers. It really is. It's really crazy. Let me pull it up for y'all. Hold on. Gotta switch accounts.
No jumper holds young.
All right, hold on. Cut the music, y'all. Cut the music. All right, man. So Poetik Flakko stole my story and repackaged it, and who else would he have gotten it from? You feel what I'm saying? Who else is out here putting out the content that I'm putting out? Nobody. Okay. So the real reason why this No Jumper host was arrested for M-word today. Okay. I don't want to hear this guy talking. He goes through basically my whole life, right? And then we get to this story. Family speaks out after man unalive near taco stand. Wow. So when I say it, y'all are all in the comments hating, talking about money. You're lying. But when Flakko repackages it and he says it, I heard the first confirmation from you earlier today. That's all I'm saying. But you know, it's frustrating being a smaller creator because this is what they do. When I tell y'all they steal my topics and they go to No Jumper with them, when I tell you when Wack goes on the Adam Wack show, he'll repackage my story verbally and just cut me out of the story, even stories that have to do with me. When I was in Vegas and Wack got ran up out of the mansion when Loose Cannon and whooped the dude. You hear what I'm saying? I just want to show y'all literally this guy stealing my content. Now, all right. He tries to tell a story about, you know, what he makes up, what happened, and all of that stuff. Right. But and then we go back to the story again. You hear what I'm saying? Where did he get his information? Where did he get his information? Let's see what he has to say.
Bro, in California, you can commit armed robbery and you'll be home the next morning, man. No bond, unrecognizant. That's just a fact. So the fact that you got $1 million bond, I knew it was murder from the very beginning and the very gate. But when I got the full details and when I got an understanding of what exactly took place and how he got a murder charge, I put myself in his shoes.
Who
and the first
told
thing
you?
I said was, man, I'm just lucky it wasn't me, man. Because I don't see myself
told
doing
you?
anything differently from what Jefe did. I want to preface this by saying, if the story is true, then what Jefe did is something that a lot of us.
If the story is true. So that means you watched my show. You watched my show. And you want to put this content out as if it's your own and act like you got the content and the information that I have. But you don't. All you have is the video that you've seen and you're trying to repackage. So, let's see what he has to say. Let's keep going.
If we were in his shoes, we would probably do the same thing.
Because
a lot of us have.
I'm going to guess that this is just a lot of filler talk and bullshit. He's not going to give you any new information because he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any sources. His sources is me. His sources is Demon Time Exotics and DTE Clips and DTE Money 448 on Kick. You heard him say that's his sources. Me. I've been telling y'all this, but listen, I really get frustrated bringing y'all information, letting y'all know stuff, and then they just repackage it on No Jumper and Poetik Flakko and all these different places. You heard what I'm saying? And y'all believe them.
A certain level of distrust and hatred in our hearts for dudes in the streets. And if we leave our home, the last thing we want is for a street dude to breathe on me. The last thing I want is for a street dude to interrupt my day, to disturb my day, to breathe on me in public.
Nah,
but
listen.
If a street dude pulled a stunt on me, how they pulled a stunt on Ant from the story we're hearing,
this is the nigga that tried to take my page down right here. Y'all don't know that? Y'all don't know he was in Clubhouse riding my nuts, riding my dick in Rockstar's room. Yeah, when Faison and them was over there and they sent toxic media, man, you should come over there. Da, 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 da. I don't want to come over there. I don't care who's over there. Oh, Flakko's over there. Oh, he's over there. He's trying to give you props. I said, man, tell that nigga to stop speaking on me because we're not cool. Because all you tried to do was hate and not allow, what you tried to do was hate on me in the backgrounds and push shit in people's ear. Oh, don't work with them, come to Rick Rock. Oh, don't work with them, toxic. Oh, don't work, all these different people, and ruin everything that I've been trying to do, and then they repackage. This is what they do to smaller creators. Let me, if y'all don't know. This is a common practice amongst a lot of creators. I don't practice this. Y'all can tell because my content is just me being me. And a lot of these guys are nerds. Are you understanding? They don't have any charisma. They don't have any swag, no sauce, no character, no nothing. When you try to act cool, anybody that do this when they try to act cool, you know they're a nerd. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I don't do that. Look it. I be who I am. If it's cool or not cool, I ain't from here or there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm from Minnesota. I'm from Northside, Minneapolis. And I'm in the Bay. So this is what these suckers do, man. They take smaller creators' content. All they do, even if they can't even go find their original source, but it wasn't really hard to find because I credit my sources. So in all my videos, I show that it was NBCLA, and all you got to go do is look up the video or just Google the taco stand shooting. What other person was putting out this content? Not one other person put out this narrative, y'all. He could, come on, he's not gonna. He got way more bros than me, bro. Chill, bro. You're not even listening to what I'm telling you. Listen, and they know that I know, and I'm not here to even get into all that. I don't even, but what I'm not gonna do is allow you to steal my content, which I know nobody told you, which I know you don't have any sources. I know that you got this from my content. So after you're over on Clubhouse talking about, oh yeah, I don't know, tell Demon Time unblock me. I don't know why he's telling people I blocked him with DJ Academics and whoever, because I heard that previously. Y'all been intimidated by me. And it's hard for me to even say this person's name without y'all being like, oh, he told you, you know he was lying. But it was told to me that you was hating on me back then. And I said the same thing. He got way more He got way more views than me. It's no reason he should be worried about me, but it's because I reminded them of the person that they were when they were coming up. Academics, when he was coming up, Flakko coming up under academics, how he was coming up, they were seeing me come up the same way. But I know that's so far reached out. Y'all are going to be like, money, you're tripping, so I'm not going to talk about that. But what I will talk about is how this sucker hit me up. And I said, bro, I heard you over there speaking on me like we're cool. You know we're not cool. What's so crazy is you was trying to block young and Jefe. And I was trying to connect y'all because at that time you was coming around because we were doing stuff with Whack and you trying to, do the same thing. Well, we got a popping show. You want to hop on the coattail, come on the show, and you are a bigger channel, so you will absorb our viewers and everything. Yeah, I didn't know about that back then, but I was open to be collabing with bigger channels and whoever. But it's suckers like this, you hear what I'm saying? That try to block people, and then when he couldn't block Ant no more, then he tried to embrace him. When young Ant was trying to get up there and Adam 22 was talking about bringing him up there, and he was talking about hating on him, I did a show where with young Ant Jefe talking about how the gangbangers need the mainstream podcasters need the gangbangers because they all talk about each other, they all need each other, we all need to integrate. And why are you hating on this dude? Because this was the time when Poetik Flakko was saying, this is a low-level gangbanger, you guys want to talk to nobodies. Okay. So you hit me up, and I'm like, bruh, why are you telling people all Demon Time is cool when you know you've been hating on me for the last 2 years behind the scenes? That's why they will not say Demon Time Exotics up there no matter what. I promise y'all. And I know this sounds like, for people that don't know me and the connection to certain things, I know y'all like, bro, you're tripping. All right, I'm telling you. I've been in communication with third parties, and it's this nerd and Whack that have actively been blocking me, getting pages knocked down, sending reports, sending strikes, using the YouTube system to try to suppress this page right here. And it goes into so much more with the loose cannon stuff and information I know about Flakko and Whack 100 and all of that shit. Yeah, I know. Who cares? That's why you're here listening. But what I want y'all to know is that this guy ain't got no sources. He's basically just repackaging my show. But let's see what he has to say.
Myself doing anything differently. I can see YouTube commentators making videos like this. Poetik Flakko just tricked himself out the streets. Poetik Flakko just ruined his life. It's over for Poetik Flakko. I could see myself in Ant's shoes right now.
No,
good old people, man.
We don't care about what you gotta say.
And y'all had a good day about it. We got another chance.
Red. He looked disheveled. He looks like he wasn't sleeping. He looks looking into space, expressionless.
This is stuff I covered on my live last night because I was informed about that he was looking like this crazily. But you're just trying to recap my live in 13 minutes. But let's see.
This got tricked out the streets by somebody who ain't worth being tricked out the streets over. Young and Jefe at about 2 a.m. in the morning went over and tried to get some tacos. Now, this late night taco run ended up in a homicide investigation.
The LAPD says there was an argument just before the gunfire, and it all unfolded just steps away from a busy taco stand.
NBC4's Camilla.
Taco stand. He's standing in line for some tacos. Now, when you are a black man and you have elevated to a certain place in life, such as where Young and Jefe is at, where he's a popping podcaster, a successful YouTube channel, he's on happen to you, but you don't want to be around certain niggas obstacle, man, the street niggas. Know how to mind their business. I think like ain't the Pablo something like 5-4 or 5 dudes, who knows, right? But the Pablo blood pull up. Instantly, an altercation breaks out. He starts to bang on Young and Jefe. Where you from, blood? And Jefe, I'm from A-Trey Gangsta Crib. I'm from A-Trey Gangsta Crib. I'm here for some tacos. Let me go by my day. But no.
This is an imaginary story. This is a scenario he created in his head. Swear to God. This is a scenario this is a scenario he making up shit just sitting here. Hey, this is what I think happened. I think Young and Jefe was in line. The A-Trey blood pull up. Hey, yo, you can't even act tough. You hear what I'm saying? That's how I know you're a nerd in real life. This shit is crazy. You hear what I'm saying? What's going on? B Media TV in the building, man. These suckers facts and can't and don't even talk like that. Come on, bruh. Could do yo. These guys that say yo, and put their arms together when they're trying to act cool and tough. You're goofy. It's crazy. And you got to understand from my perspective, I'm sitting here, these guys hating on me for the last 3 years, 2 years. All you do is steal people content and repackage other people's shit. And the stuff that you do about Dr. Umar and all that nerd shit that you're into that we don't give a fuck about, yeah, you really do those. But the other stuff, you've mastered stealing. That's all it is. He out here, he probably went to visit Aunt after watching your video. You think so? You think he went to go visit Aunt after watching my video? No, he didn't. No, he did not, sir. All they do is watch our videos, steal our sources, and if he couldn't go find this, or if I had some like an exclusive video, all he would have did is fucking screenshotted it. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. But let's listen to this video right here should be taken down for lack of information. Because if we take these clips, I was just watching this video today about transformative content. See, right now, I don't give a fuck about this bitch ass nigga right here on my screen. And I don't give a fuck I'm using his video. And he not gonna do shit after they just tried to take it. You know why I feel confident in saying that? You know why I feel confident in saying that? I appreciate this, brother. Salute. Shout out to you. You know I stopped the show. You know I stop the show anytime I get money. Appreciate it. But you know why I feel confident in saying that? Because I understand what transformative content is. That means that this video isn't about what he's talking about because I already made this video. I already made the taco stand shooting video that nobody else had put out and nobody even believed me. But he's seen that this video, while they're actively trying to knock down my channel and I'm shadow banned, I done broke through the algorithm with, and I'm doing numbers. So he's like, shit, I gotta cover this. But he's the only one put it. If only one other person would say this, I could credit them other than him. But let me continue my conversation on transformative content. Now, transformative content means when you take away all of the clips and we just listen to what you said, did you present any information to this context? I mean, to this video? You know, did you present any context to the video? Did you give us any information? Did you leave with anything? Today, you guys are going to leave with that weak ass niggas like him are motherfucking stealing younger, smaller podcasters' content, repackaging it and putting it up and then not crediting them while actively trying to block them and using YouTube systems against them. And that's why everybody's leaving YouTube and going to Kick and Twitch and whatever else. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I'm transforming this weak ass nigga's content, and I would love for him to send anything over here, and he's still a bitch. Now, that means if I was to take all of these videos out of this, right, and we just listened to him straight through talk, what would he have told us? He would have told us that he from an unknown source, he found out that young Jefe got into it with a Pueblo blood. You heard what I'm saying? And first he told us about how distressed he was, you know, from the days leading up from my live last night that I broke it down and we went through all of the videos and I went through the different ones and the comments helped me and gave me some context and we figured that out all last night over 4 hours of a live. But he doesn't need to do that due diligence. He doesn't need to do any type of work. He can depend on me to do a live. And I'm going to give y'all some game right now. Write it down if y'all are up-and-coming podcasters. What they do is they go steal your fucking transcript. They put it in ChatGPT. They summarize your shit. Then they make a script out of it. Because they're weak and they have no swag, no sauce or anything. I'm about to get mad. I don't do that. I freestyle off the head. I don't have no prompters here. I don't have an Elgato prompter. If y'all want to know the game, I'll give it to y'all. I don't need to hold nobody back. I believe in myself. I know I'm talented enough to go against all of y'all still do numbers with no support, no bots, no advertisements, no $4,000 a month on a credit card for continuous advertisements and ads and placements. I don't use it. No, this is natural talent, and you know that. They know that. Motherfuckers used to tell me all the time, money is you. Bro, it's you. You be thinking you got to connect with these bigger content creators. You don't have to. It's you. People tap in for your content, for your perspective. Demon Time Exotics don't play about that. I remember I did one time and he let me slide, but he checked me about it. No, it's all about, and listen, because I'm a creator too. And I was once a smaller creator and I was just getting into the game and I didn't understand. That's why I'm trying to explain to y'all transformative. And what did I tell you? The Spot 55, I already know what I told you. I said, bro, you just can't rip my whole fucking video. You got to edit it. You have to change it. You have to transform it. You have to put on a new narrative. You can't just slap my whole shit up. Take this down, go edit it, and redo it again. I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to send nothing over there, but I am going to let you know you need to go do it right. So let me continue because I get a little sidetracked as I digress, right? Let me turn on the air. I'm getting mad. So, transformative content. This is no longer about Young and Jefe in the video that I did. This is now about Poetik Flakko, how he's stealing my content, repackaging it, how bigger and suppressing my channel, and how these bigger channels do this to smaller creators all the time. It's actually suggested, like I've heard it so many times. Oh man, just go steal it, man. Just go steal it, man. Just take it. Take his content. Because they know if I can do 5,000 on a live talking about this going crazy, they're for sure gonna go over there and do a hundred, especially with your help. And you know what? I swear to God, bruh, if you keep playing with me, I'm gonna let everybody know that you're botting your whole page up. I'm gonna let everybody know that you're doing AdSenses, doing these fucking you're doing these ad promotions and all of these fucking, what is it? I can't even think, you got me so irritated. Nigga, you doing all these fucking Google promos and all that shit. Yes. Listen. And if you think it can't come out, it can. You hear what I'm saying? There are people that can look it up and figure it out, who's making the payments and all of that. Stop fucking playing with me. Go find you something to do other than playing with Demon Time Exotics, because you thought that you had me on the roast, right? But I'll expose your stupid ass. So when it comes to my content, you better do some... you transformed it, right? But I know you stole it. There's nobody else that posted this other than me. There's not one other video that you can show me with the taco stand shooting connected to Young and Jefe. And I swear to God, I don't give a fuck who you think you're friends with, who you think you're connected to, what you think you can do over here. I promise you, listen, I be trying to let niggas breathe. Why do y'all do this? It's like you won't beef with me. Because I let you guys breathe, and then y'all come playing with me. Let me put the comments on here so you can see all these people that are agreeing with me, that are saying that no, Money definitely put this content out first. That Money's definitely not capping. That Money will definitely slap your lips virtually off of your face. You already know. So why are you playing with me? You thought it was sweet, huh? And then, listen. Y'all better stop playing with me before I get upset. Do you hear what I'm saying? You no longer have any connections over here. You no longer have anybody that can calm down Demon Time Exotics and tell me to chill. I don't care. I don't want to connect with anybody. I don't want to collab. I don't need management. I don't need help. So what I suggest you do is stop playing with me. This is your one and only warning. I promise you. Or I'm going to start exposing your stupid ass. And I'm going to start putting out recordings. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna put out that recording, you and Wack, when Wack told you not to do anything with Demon Time and Exotics again, and you didn't. I'm gonna let him know that he controls your page and he runs you, and that's why you've never spoke against Wack and you never will. I'm gonna let them know everything. I'm gonna let them know about your goddamn your promotion payments, your how much you got on your credit card every month to push your page, and make sure you hit 100,000 on every video. Don't fucking play with me. Are you listening? I know you are. I know you are. That's why I put your name in the comments. That's why I put your name in the title. Yeah. Stop playing with me. Go find you something to do. And if you think it's a good idea, okay. I've already told you I'm ready. You tried it. I got it back. And I'm still playing. I'm still out here ready to slap your stupid ass. Do you understand that? Virtually, metaphorically, obviously, of course, because I know you niggas that try to go tell. Keyboard warrior ass lames, nerd, goofy. We're not going to talk about anything about your obeseness because that's against the guidelines, so I will refuse to address how unattractive you are. That's not what I'm going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you have no sauce, no game. You're lame. You purchase. You're a John. A Johnny. Yeah. And you're a happy one, too. And I seen the pictures. You're disgusting. Can I say that? Can I say that? Yeah, what? I'm letting you know what's really happening. He knows I know. And if you play with me, I'm going to put out the recording. So I want you to go. I want you to even mention my name. I just want you to, like I told you before, just do anything. I promise you. And then everybody will know that you don't own your channel. You work for Wack, and he's the one boosting you up with those bots over there, plus your little Google ads and all the other regular bots. And you got a lot of different things come from a lot of different places, brother. But I don't. I don't. When was Flakko the homie? Flakko was always hating on me. Flakko was cool with me until Wack 100 told him he will no longer work with Demon Time Exotics. He knows. Yeah. You remember that? You remember when we was all on the phone? And I thought you was on my side. I thought we was cool. And I said, yeah, nigga, you ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, and Flakko, I'ma do Flakko. What? Flakko? Luce, get Flakko on the phone. Luce, get Flakko on the phone. Luce, 3 ways in Flakko. What's up, Wack? Hey, this nigga Demon Time, you ain't gonna do nothing with him ever again in life. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah, okay, Wack. What? Damn, Flakko, like, what? He didn't even speak. Okay, Wack. Y'all notice how he's never spoke against Wack? They're not gonna tell you they working together. But there's already, I was watching one of these shows that already had put it out there because Wack was bragging on one of his shows. It was the show when he had the hat flipped up with the rooster on it. He was like, yeah, I see y'all see how y'all like how Flakko doing? Yeah, that's my little protege. Yeah, I gave him some little income. I told him you doing all the content wrong. Come holler at me. Yeah, that's my little protege. What I want you to do, Poetik Flakko.
No. Back and forth kept happening.
I want
Young and
you
Jefe did something that I think we should all do.
I want you to never play with me again. There's nobody else on the internet that posted this. But this is what they're doing. They play little games. They play these little games. And I'm here to let them know I'm not playing though. So you can play your game, but then you have to deal with angry money. Nobody wants to deal with angry money. I mean, angry money has recordings and information and situations, and you don't want that, and neither do I. I was leaving you alone, sir. But you continue to play. Okay. So you want this attention. All right. Told y'all last night them tacos need to be Ubered to the door, man. Spider, Logan, Flakko, dead wrong. My bad for trolling you, but Demon Time definitely had the story last night. Come on, man. We know what's going on. Anyone that refuses to acknowledge a whack bad dealings is controlled by whack. Come on. I'm telling you what's going on. Listen, I told y'all about 607 compound before it became to fruition. I told you that Wack was calling me for 30 days straight, telling me about this compound that they for the start and all these different podcast rooms and da-da-da-da-da. And I was just wondering, why is he telling me this? Like he wanted me to beg for a job. And I just would sit there and listen and say, okay. Then he would just hang up every day. I told y'all this. I don't got no reason to fucking cap. These niggas is goofies. But, okay. Listen. If y'all want to know why Blueface is one of the best streaming artists, it's crazy that so streaming, it does everything streaming now, so it's like you're basically the best artist, right? But if I can control streaming, digital platforms, what's the digital platform? Got Media or whatever the fuck. Got Media or whatever. Didn't he just start a digital platform that him and Adam were arguing about how it's making money before it even got announced? Who knows about it? Where is it selling? How is it making money? You guys don't listen very well. But see, I listen very well because I know what's going on. I understand what's going on. I understand the players. I know who's connected to who. You hear what I'm saying? That's why they're trying to figure out so bad how to create a digital platform. That's why they were trying to connect with Dosh. That's why they were trying to do all of these digital deals. First, he tried to go at whatchamacallit over there about the zoo shit, saying he had a friend that claimed that zoo shit was his. Y'all ain't been seeing the play. They've been trying to get into there because if it's a different world over there with bots. I mean, I could tell y'all everything, but y'all wouldn't even listen. And then it would just fall on deaf ears and I would just be going crazy for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want Flakko to know to stop playing with me. I definitely want him to know he should just, anything to deal with me, he should just stay away from it. He shouldn't even play with it. He shouldn't even breathe on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be here. I'm going to be on your ass. No diddy, no trap. I'm going to be on your helmet. Yeah. I just thought I would let you know that. Because I'm not here to play with you, sir. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not here to play with you at all. This nigga, man. I'm about to kick some niggas out of my group right now. Because all they do... Let's see what else. Let's see. And I was talking about transformative content, because if you take these videos away, he's not giving us any new information or context or content or anything. He's basically making up a story and he's not giving his sources because he doesn't have any. But let's hear the rest of these lies he's spewing over here on his channel.
Young and Jefe walks away, gets back into his car. Now, when Young and Jefe gets back into his car, the Pablo Blood follows Young and Jefe to his car. Now, here's the thing, okay? When a gang member asks you, where you from? That's dumb. Asking you to validate, right? You have a right to walk where you're currently at.
So now he's going to add in a bunch of sentences that have nothing to do with nothing. Talking about where you from, nobody has reported that where you from was stated or said or anything like that. But he has to, dramatize it and make up a story to tell y'all to get past 8 minutes. Let's keep going.
Now, my rights to walk and freedom of passage is my natural rights. It's my birthright. Nobody has a right to tell me where. Man, all right, man. Guess when Young and Jefe is going back to his car, the Pablo Blood probably feels like he got the best of the situation. And he wanted to get the best of Mo. So he follows Young and Jefe to the car. And Jefe is in the...
So you notice that this story, all we've heard up until 8 minutes and 14 seconds is he's played a couple videos, said that he's been distressed in some videos, and that Young and Jefe was in the line, and this guy pulled up and said, where you from, blood? And he walked to the car. That's all we've learned out of 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Let's keep going. And he said that he's repeated that same sentence. He followed him to the car, he talked to the car. And when he was in line, he walked to the car. And then the guy must have felt tough because he followed him to the car. Okay, let's keep going.
The Pablo Blood is still talking ish from the vehicle. F this, F this, F this.
The Pablo Blood, I thought Young and Jefe walked to the car. Cause you're trying to get out a video real fast and catch this wave, and you're freestyling without your Elgato prompter today. Yeah, okay.
To his car, the Pablo Blood probably feel culture. That's the thing. So, man, all right, man. I ain't saying Walters is my natural rights. Is my bro. Pablo Blood fight into his car. Did something that I think we should all do. Young and Jefe walks away.
Follows him to his car. That's what he said, right? Young and Jefe walks away and walks to his car. Watch.
Gets back into his car.
Young and Jefe walks away and get back into his car. How
that
did
I think we should all do. Young and Jefe walks away. Gets back into his car.
But hold on. You just said the Pablo Blood was in the car.
Be nice vehicle. F this, F this, F this to get the best of Mo. So he follows Young and Jefe to the car. And Jefe is in the car. The Pablo Blood is still talking ish from the vehicle. F this, F this.
Talking ish from the vehicle. Okay. They were outside the vehicle at the line, right? He pulls up in the car, gets out. Where are you from, blood? In his story, in this lie that he's creating off the top of his head that he can't even keep track of because he's literally making it up on the fly, trying to shoot out a video really fast. Now, he follows Young and Jefe to the car. Young and Jefe gets in the car, but the Pablo Blood's in the car still yelling profanities from the car. How the fuck did he get into a car?
Wanted to get the best of Mo. So he follows Young and Jefe to the car. And Jefe is in the car. The Pablo Blood is still talking ish from the vehicle.
He's okay. So are y'all following what I'm saying? Are y'all following what I'm saying? Flakko's lying. That is not how it happened. I'm gonna speak on it further. Flakko's definitely lying, brother. Come on, man. My cousin ran it to me play by play right after it happened. Flakko adding all kinds of ish. Come on, brother. We know what's going on, man. Like, let's see. And Jefe is a humble man. Nah, he a real one. So, we've already broken down inconsistencies in this story. I already told y'all he doesn't know a story. He knows my video. I am the source. He watched my video. He repackaged it. Now he's just trying to freestyle like I do often. That's what I do. This is a talent that he can't do. He has to read scripts. He has to have ChatGPT write you a script up, and then you follow it, and then you add a couple of weak-ass jokes to it. But let's keep going. Let's hear these lies put together as he goes along.
F this, F this, F this. And when I say F this and F this, y'all know what I mean when I say F this and F this. I can't say it, right? Because you feel me? Again, I got Crip homies who I love, who, certain words I can't say, because if I say them words, P Nice will call my phone tripping.
So, again, now he's saying that this guy came up dissing and says, but we already established that these guys don't really have natural animosity. Woo-woo. So, is that really what happened? But let's keep going. He said, funny call, all this is false. Well, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear some more of these lies that he's making up. We already established that people are getting in and out of cars mysteriously as they're walking, getting in the cars, getting out of the car. Did they shoot it? Because we already know that the victim was on the sidewalk and next to the building because there's holes in the building. And he was on the sidewalk when we seen him, being, they were trying to revive him. So, listen, I tell people all the time, you can't lie to me because I listen very well. I talk to people for a living and I do podcasts. And so it's communication and conversation all day with me. You hear what I'm saying? So I listen to people even when I'm not trying to. I can't help but be like, how I thought they were both walking. One's in the car. Okay, so Young and Jefe got in the car. Then the other guy, how did he get in the car? So now they're shooting at each other from the car because you haven't explained that they started shooting at each other yet. So now if they both got into the car and they're both yelling at each other from cars, then we would hear that it was a shootout between cars. That's how you know this person is lying. I'm just wanting y'all to know that this guy is just repackaging content, stealing from smaller creators, and filling it with a bunch of bullshit in the middle.
Be nice will check me if I say those words. Rockstar will call my phone tripping. KK will call my phone tripping if I.
What he's trying to do, he's trying to give a little shout outs to a couple people so they can feel important and he can stay close to them. You hear what I'm saying? And this is what I call filler. This is bullshit. This is just, I need to make up the time for the AdSense. None of this, him knowing those people and all that shit has to do anything. He hasn't given us any context of this situation up until this point at 8 minutes and 47 seconds. So let's keep going.
Say certain words, right? So I respect the Chris, so I'm not going to say the words, but saying all of that. And after a while, man, when I walk back to my car, I'm in my car, I'm trying to leave, you right here. I don't know what you reaching for.
I thought he was in a car. So was he right there or was he in a car? You don't know what he's reaching for? Okay.
You yelling aggressively. And Young and Jefe just had enough, man. Just had enough. Pulled out the pistol, shot about 7 to 8 times. Bro got hit, bro died. And now we're here. Allegedly, because he's still fighting the case. He could be completely innocent. This could have all been a misunderstanding. So allegedly, people, allegedly. But allegedly.
It's like he's literally trying to do his best Demon Time Exotics impression. Is it just me, y'all? Point and shoot, bro. Listen. Is he trying to do his best Demon Time Exotics impression? I hate this. You hear what I'm saying? I just can't wait until y'all finally figure out that Demon Time Exotics is talented, and y'all, I got a lot of followers and I can go live and I got a lot of views, so it won't be the little guy fighting against the giants, right? Because this guy is a nerd. He has no sauce. He has no swag. Y'all shouldn't allow this. Y'all shouldn't allow him to finesse y'all like this. He can't even act cool. Come on, he does his hands like this, like a b-boy. Let me shout out this person. This Tanisha 1310. Turn your stories into a cartoon series. I would love to see everything laid out in a correct timeline, pure comedy and scandal of Whack and Company. LOL. Shout out to you for that, because I appreciate everything I get over here. You know what I'm saying? $1, $2. Usually it's $2. They send 8 quarters. That's all I ask for. $2 is what I usually get, but she doubled it up. So shout out. You know what? Fuck you mean? You get 2 of those. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? He can't just freestyle like this. I'm like, it's almost like a comedic style that you have to craft over time. Have you seen him try to do it live? That's why they're mad. I can keep y'all on here and entertain for 4 to 5 hours. I've done 10-hour lives. People in there. They hate that. I just can't wait till one day I break through and they know the truth. But until then, I'm gonna just keep letting y'all know about how these niggas is recycling my shit. But shout out to Tanisha again. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Flakko don't even know that Ant charged with an unalivement and 2 attempts for bystanders. Him and Spider never mentioned the attempts. They stole your content. Who wants to bet? Come on, brother. We know that's what I'm here saying. Ain't no way nobody following another member like that. They to their car in an intense situation like that. That's what I'm saying. But it was trying to get a hold of you, blood. He's straight jacking. Yeah, man, come on now. We know, but let's listen to some more of these lies. Let me put this super chat back up here. But that's a big ass super chat. But shout out to you again. I appreciate everything I get. All right, let's keep going. Let's hear some more lies spewed and gibberish mixed in the middle to get to his AdSense 8 minutes.
That's why Young and Jefe killed the dude from Pablo Bloods.
Let's go ahead and get you to some video from earlier in this clip.
Who would he have got? Listen, he's telling the story as if he understands young Aunt Jefe's mindset. How would he have that context? If young Aunt Jefe was by himself, do you think he went and told his homeboys about what he was thinking about and all this shit he did while why the stuff happened? I doubt that. So you're telling the story from the point of view of young Aunt Jefe, and young Aunt Jefe was by herself. Who told you this information? Who is your source? Y'all just gotta really think about these things. Like, who told you young Aunt Jefe's point of view? Because it would have had to come from inside. So that would have mean he would have had to share that information with somebody, and they would have had to share that information with you. Who's your source? Let's keep going.
You can see several bullet holes in a fence near the stand. The LAPD says a shooting was reported just before 2 in the morning near the intersection of Holmes and Slauson Avenues. As you mentioned earlier, there are a number of businesses in the area. Police say a man walked toward a car and there was some sort of an argument. Police say the man was then shot and the shooter took off in a car. It is unclear at this point what led up to the argument. The family of the man who was killed has identified him as 30-year-old Deshaun Coleman. They shared a photo of him with our team. Here was more from his family in reaction from a man who was working at the taco stand.
We don't know nothing. All we know, we need justice.
Yeah,
he was a good person.
I forgot that we don't need to watch what I already played yesterday.
Some people
you know what I'm saying? We just want to hear these lies.
Jefe's bond is $1 million, 10%. He only needs $100,000. I think Aunt Jefe has $100,000. Aunt Jefe has a dispensary in town, so Aunt Jefe makes money all type of ways. He should have $100,000. I'll be very shocked if Aunt Jefe doesn't have $100,000 to pay his bond with. Now, if he don't have it, would Adam pay it? Now, I was watching the No Jumper show, and Spody Face asked Adam.
So again, this is no new information. He doesn't have anything to add to the conversation. All he is saying is that he thinks that young Aunt Jefe should have $100,000. And now you're gonna tell us about what they're talking about on No Jumper. You don't have any information or context to add to this situation. You stole my video. You put a bunch of filler content and commentary in the middle of it, and you didn't give us any new information. Thank you. Shout out to you for being a big old nerd and not having an original bone in your body. You hear what I'm saying?
Like Adam needs to go ahead and bond out Aunt Jefe. Now, Bill, I break maybe. Let's think about this, all right? Do y'all feel like what Aunt Jefe did is? Let me know in the comment section, okay? Because as far as
Yeah, so I just wanted to come and let y'all know that this what these guys do, right? You know, they steal content, they step on smaller creators, they try to block anybody from coming up. You know what I mean? They didn't want to let young Aunt Jefe in the building, but they had to. He broke through. You feel what I'm saying? And your day's coming soon, brother. I just want you to know that. Your day is coming soon. Oh, you know what? Did I mess up? I did mess up. This whole time. I've been on here 47 minutes. Oh, that really frustrates me. So, yeah. Yep, 47 minutes. It's all good. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go look at some real creators that came up with their own videos. So let's go do that. I seen that a lot of people are posting on this now. So let's go to, I know there was one I wanted to. Wow, they had a picture. He had hair. That was crazy. Did they put hair on him? Oh, here it goes. All right, let's go to this.
Has been picked up. But here's what's interesting, okay? Over in the Cali Banging LA gang member subreddit, people are also waking up to the news, right? And they're giving a little bit more info. Aunt Jefe from 83 H-Ray Gangsta Crip, which, if you stumbles, okay, shout out to Aunt Jefe. Free him. I'd like to know some more details. You know what I'm saying? I could see how that free Aunt Jefe sits when we find out some more details about what he's actually allegedly done. But I've met Ant a few times, man. He seemed like a cool dude. He seemed like a very level-headed, collected kind of guy. And I'll be honest, you never know. I've met so many people that seem like absolutely the most calm, sweetheart people, not in a disrespectful way, but like just sweet, kind, cool people. Come to find out they got a few bodies. Okay, they be out here snatching souls like the Grim Reaper, the real grave diggers. Okay, it's crazy. And Aunt Jefe, I met him. He seemed like a real nice, cool, down to earth, calm dude. Come to find out, he's been arrested for murder in LA. So I've got a whole bunch of analysis for you guys in this video, but let's start with this. It's made its way to TMZ, right? And I've seen Adam talking about TMZ just hit him up for comment. It's an unusual day when TMZ, right, are hitting you up asking if you can give a public comment on one of your employees that has been arrested for murder. They sent Ant Jefe's in hot water with the law. The No Jumper co-host and rapper just landed behind bars after getting arrested for murder, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Jefe was busted by LAPD's elite robbery homicide division and booked for felony murder. They gave him the David starter pack. All right, the robbery homicide division. He was sent to the 77th Street Jail. He basically went through the exact same situation that David just went through. Okay, they doing him like David. He might touch the yard with David. You never know, although David's segregated. But anyway, the artist, whose real name is Maurice Shellman, is being held on $1 million bail at the LAPD jail. We've reached out to the LAPD for a narrative about what happened. So far, no word back. Adam22 told TMZ that Ant has been a great podcaster for the last year or so. And as far as I know, he really wasn't in the streets like that anymore. So this was all a huge shock. Okay. And Ant, very unusually, he popped out with a little message, right? He basically, just a day ago, he had apparently claimed that he had had a really bad day, and apparently, like, things weren't looking too good for him. Okay, so let me just jump over to Reddit because I want to see what people thought of this. But they're saying this is Ant Jefe's last video before being arrested, and he said he had a very bad day.
It's the good old deal with the good old people, man. Today was not a good day, bro. Today was one of those bad days, man, where the devil was working hard, man. He was at work, man, and he was this close, man. He was this close. This close to cashing in on wishful thinking. So right now, right, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to regroup, you know what I'm saying, and think things through, man, and just, you know, create the space to be calm and copacetic, you know what I'm saying, through the storm, you know what I'm saying. But hopefully y'all had a good day up out there, though, man, on this Monday, man, you know what I'm saying. To anybody day who was bad like mine, we gonna make it through, champ, you know what I'm saying? As long as we make it through the next day, man, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we got another chance, man, to recharge, man, and regroup, man. Salute. Stay strong.
Now, unfortunately, the next day he was being arrested for murder, so, you know, things unfortunately got worse for Ant Jefe, but hopefully things are looking up soon. People are saying it sounds like he accidentally caught a body. They're saying dude hit his Big U final video. They're saying he's on that run. Free Jefe going through it. Ice Cube today was a good day. They're saying, damn, man. They said he got arrested by the robbery homicide department. Saying, oh, man. They're saying Adam's reaction was so telling he didn't give a F that Ant Jefe got picked up. If anything, he's happy to run the story about $1 million bail. I don't think that. I think Adam is genuinely, like, in shock, right? I say, I wonder if what he's talking about was related to why he was arrested. They're saying something happened that day. I don't think something happened that day. I don't think it was something from the past. So some people are thinking maybe he got into a little situation. Okay, so the news has kind of been going crazy. All right, the No Jumper subreddit has been popping. All right, there's some stuff in there that I definitely can't show you. Let me just pull up the right page. So this was the first post. This was going viral last night. People saying Ant got picked up with the LAPD robbery homicide division, bail set at $1 million. And when this came out, it didn't actually give the charges. It just said bail was at $1 million. And people were thinking, well, it must be serious. It has to be attempted murder or something very, very serious to have a bail at $1 million. And people saying, damn, he got picked up for a hot one. That's crazy. People saying robbery with $1 million bond. That's typically the bond you see on murder cases. So it seemed like people knew that basically he was in some serious trouble. People said, damn, why did I think he was over 43? He 35. All right. They're saying he ain't doing it. It was his alter ego. All right. There's some classic Ant Jefe moments if you've been following the show. All right. They're saying free Ant. I can tell you a good dude, maybe just caught up in old ways. When you serve an amount of time, it's hard to outgrow that. Okay. So people saying Ant's laugh made the podcast 100% better. This sucks. People are gutted that Ant's been locked up. Right. They was loving Ant Jefe. Saying, I hate to admit the No Jumper Tuesday show felt kind of dry without Ant Jefe there, man. I mean, not hearing his laugh throughout the pod felt kind of odd. Free Ant Jefe, a.k.a. the Alter Eagle, right? So, people saying they can't sleep knowing that Ant's on a metal bed in jail. This ain't right. Free Ant, take me instead. Said they've been tossing and turning all night. Take me instead of the Alter Eagle. Saying, thank God Ant can sleep anywhere. He'd be falling asleep on the pod a lot, okay? So, look. some people are dragging up some old lyrics of his that are sounding a little bit murdery. All right, he a street rapper after all, but you know, he definitely got a few slaps in the vault where he talking hot about getting people shot.
$5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Shots to make it lose. Step in that glass. Group chats to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they fuck, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. $5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac.
See, this is the type of stuff that I'm not covering. There's certain things I know I could just
get shot. All of that kind of stuff. Okay, so this was being posted around. This is Adam being asked by TMZ for a comment, and him giving his backstory that we saw in that article. So yeah, it's official felony murder. These are this is actually the information on the Situation 187 murder. The arrest date was May the 19th. There's not any information on the actual case itself, so I'm sure we'll get some information and an update on that soon. But it is official that it is a murder that he's been arrested with. Okay, so it says what makes something felony murder. It says something becomes a felony murder when the murder is committed in the process of committing a felony. So for example, if you're robbing a bank, a felony, someone shoots and kills a security guard. Second degree murder could be an example of non-felony murder. For example, you and I arguing about whether Moose is a good podcaster and you get so angry you shoot me. Okay, so people saying if you peep his videos, he hasn't been in the usual location for the last week. He probably got word of a warrant and got out of the way. So didn't he mention on the podcast that he might have been the news that he was making too much money and they made him move from the old spot, and he had just
I'm the originator of the real tacos in the chat. Like nobody said taco. Like before this situation, if you ever seen tacos in the chat, I created that term with the Trap Booty Bandit. What's his real name, y'all? Trap. Well, I forgot that. Rich Trapper. Tacos in the chat. We'll flip that taco truck. Yeah. Man, it's just crazy. Like y'all really gotta know the history and the work and the time I'd put in over here.
Got done moving. Said yeah, it's possible. It would mean he had an income-based finesse rent. He been getting his money for sure on YouTube and in his store. People saying my prediction is Ant made the last bad day video because someone tried him earlier that day and he took him out. Maybe he knew the location he was that would be on camera and they'd be coming for him anytime. People said, I doubt he'd get on the internet if that was the case. There's no statute of limitation for murder. Police could have come to his house when he wasn't there and said he needs to turn himself in. Or other people went down the day before and he knew he was next. The fact his booking time is around noon yesterday makes me think that's what went down. But hey, he also didn't let Adam and them know he wasn't going to make it. So shit, I don't know. All right. Said Action never made that post yesterday saying the devil came to play or whatever he said. The courts will use that towards consciousness of guilt. Right? Interesting. So this news is just still circulating. Everyone's giving their opinion on it. People falling to their knees when the law came for Ant Jefe. Okay. People can't believe that they're finding out his real name is Maurice. They thought his real name was Anthony since he had Ant. They're saying that's the real alter ego right there. They're saying his hood name is Young Ant. He's the 5th Ant in his lineage. So they're saying he looks like a Maurice now. It all makes sense, right? So somebody made a little compilation of like some of his best moments, and this is going to seem really dumb, but this is just going to show you how beloved of a host Ant Jefe was becoming on No Jumper. I mean, this is pretty crazy compilation. Like I saw this a minute ago. Look at this.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't practice no proper etiquette. When I get on camera, I don't have an alter ego. They call me evil, show my alter ego. Put fisting guns on people. Fatigue like chasing love, that mean my squad will lethal. Fatigue like chasing love, that mean my squad will lethal. Just have this fatigue and run around in the Jeep all day. Fell asleep on the way to a play. All the twisting lean in the face. I run like the turtle on the race. New Versace from the smoke shop on my body. You talking the chat. I got foreigns riding shotgun. You talking the way. That's the people trying to call me. I just talk to the check. Cause I know you waiting on me. Look. Yeah, they used to call me evil. Control my alter ego. Put fisting guns on people. Fatigue like Jason Love. That mean my squad will lethal. Fatigue like Jason Love. That mean my squad will lethal. So of course it was cool, nigga, but anytime you got my line, nigga, you want to set up a thing on X-Ray, me, you can thing, they'll beat your ass. That's the man. Get off the internet and stop talking, pussy. Mad face.
So, yeah, he was becoming a very beloved member of the No Jumper cast, okay? People are brokenhearted that he basically has been picked up. But here's what's interesting, okay? Over in the Cali banging LA gang member subreddit, people are also waking up to the news, all right? And they're giving a little bit more info. Ant Jefe from 8-3 H-Ray Gangsta Crip, which, you know, if you don't know, that's his set that he reps. He was arrested on felony by the LAPD robbery homicide division, as being held with $1 million bail. Okay. He's saying he 5'9", 260. They're saying he cooked. It's probably some stuff from way back in the day too. Saying he ran into his ops. All right. They're saying, how is he 35? I figured he 40s. Damn, dude, same age as me. But shout out to him. All right. So there would be some more updates and some more kind of throwbacks that would be posted. They're saying Young and ETG down for a 187, free the hold. All right. So it is official, 187 murder. This is it being shared in Cali banging. And then people just hating on him, man. Let's leave it. Come on. 5'9", 260. I didn't think he definitely wasn't looking like 260 when I see him. They're saying he was probably on the run. No wonder he was doing videos at a different spot, but did he realize he could still be tracked? Says, I peeped that too. In that one video, he's so high you can tell he was stressed out. Says, most likely this was a fresh warrant that dropped the same day he got booked, because he was up at No Jumper every day. Same time the cops knew that he'd be up there, they would have been booked him. Most likely somebody put his name in a case in some sort of way and they ran with it. Send them 187s don't got no statute of limitations, and he's talked about fighting a murder before. That's the crazy part. But it is confirmed that it is now murder. They're saying, why y'all want murders in the neighborhood? All right. People saying he has some skills, all this kind of stuff. So I doubt they make these so-called gang reps blow up for a few months, then get them comfortable enough that they don't see cases being built from social media as a form of warfare. Okay. So there's a few more posts that are going viral. Basically this is the hip hop head subreddit, right? And people want to try and, they keeping Adam off the complex list, and they not giving No Jumper any credit as a hip hop platform. But this post picking up motion in r/hip hop heads, right? They're saying maybe Adam will interview him next. People don't know, do they? People don't know. Said, ain't these dudes making money from this stuff? Why are you out here robbing and killing when you got a large media company and sponsors? Could be an old case, no statute of limitations on murder. People saying, guess he's not making it in for work. Nope. So we know what Vlad will talk about for the next 3 months. They're saying robbery, homicide picked him up and he's being booked for felony murder. It means he didn't kill anyone and was probably a lookout or getaway driver in a robbery that resulted in someone being killed. Felony murder charges are super effed up. Check out the Last Week Tonight segment on them for more info. So it says robbery resulting in someone getting killed seems more super effed up. But felony murder is a bad legal definition. It's put a lot of people in prison for nothing much. It's guilt by association. They're saying this is how they keep a lot of black and brown people in prison unfairly. Okay, people saying the No Jumper Rico on the way. Low-key surprised he's going to be in a jail before Adam. What did Adam do, man? Come on. So even the Back on Fig subreddit is posting this. Okay, so just to give you some backstory, all right. Oh my god, this is just to give you some backstory. Okay, he was a 8-tray gangster crip, from what I understand, and they had a serious beef with the Hoovers and the Rolling 60s. Now, Aunt Jefe's brother goes by the name NBA2, okay, and he is apparently known for getting busy on social media, being relentlessly offensive to their ops, the Hoovers. So I'll play you a couple of clips and you'll get a bit of a backstory, exactly what Ant and his brother maybe was on when it came to this gangbanging stuff.
Hoovers! Fuck over there, down is a lane straight. You talk to the goat right here. And my daughter, I killed her soon before I ain't say the street, and so I did it. Fuck Snoopers, bro. On my daughter heartbeat. Why? Because why, nigga? Fuck Snoopers, nigga. That's over all that. I got wiped out right HK. NBA 2, yeah, I killed one.
I just built a budgeting app in
Shut
Base
up.
44.
So whatever, nigga. Fuck.
So did he just say, yeah, I hate the Hoovers so much I got whacked out, I killed one? This is Aunt Jefe's brother.
I got wiped out right HK. NBA 2, yeah, I killed one. Shut up. So whatever, nigga. Fuck Snoopers, nigga. On my daughter heartbeat, nigga, on me on the crib. Viral, I don't want to go viral. But I know, yeah, fuck Snoopers, bro. Dead homies, nigga. I got a body, y'all can say that. Over there, nigga. Vermont, Fleet Road, all that. Nigga, I don't know what's up. Fuck Snoopers, nigga. Dead homies.
So it sounds like he's admitting to murder and basically, frontlining this war. People saying he's high out of his mind. All right, let's pause this real quick, because I just seen another sucker over here running his con through another sucker. This is crazy. All right, so we got Spider Joke. Now, I want to let y'all know that I got Spider Loke number, so I know he seen my content. And I text he's such an emotional ecstasy head, ex-head, illegal substance user.
I go off and on block with Spider Joke, just depending on how he's feeling today. So I hit Spider Joke up the other day, and we can obviously see that he's off illegal substances currently, right now, as we speak. I hit him up the other day, and because I had heard he got his 100,000 subscribers plaque. Shout out to him, even though he's weak as hell. I hit him up, and last time I hit him up, I was trolling him when I was online. He, one of my podcast buddies, a smaller channel that's coming up. He said, man, yeah, Spider Loc did something. So I text him randomly, just, you mess with my little homie? Nah, nah, nah. He blocked me. You're emotional. Anyways. I text him the other day when I hear that he got his 100,000 subscribers plaque. I said, congratulations. I know you're still a sucker, but congratulations. Outside of all the bullshit, that's a major accomplishment. You've been doing this thing for a while. Congratulations. Let me see if I can find this text. And his little sensitive, weak ass didn't respond. Now this is how. Hold on, y'all. Now this is how y'all know what I tell y'all is true, right? You see the blue Texas, right? Then you see the green Texas, because I'm doing something on him. He doesn't like that. Then you see the blue Texas, because you do ecstasy. You know what I'm saying? No, shout out to you for being off illegal substances. You're emotional, you're manic, you're up and down. We don't know where you're at today, sir. But I say all that to say, he's so fucking sensitive. And I said, the first texts are when I was just playing with him, he blocked me. Let me see if I can read it up there. So I say, you a crybaby, bro. Nigga can't even troll with you. Congratulations. And then the next text message, which is however long later, which is, congratulations, heard you got your plaque. That's big, bro. Motivation. Watched you struggle through it. I respect it. Because I'm a real one. You know what I'm saying? Even if people call themselves being irritated, if it ain't nothing real, it ain't nothing real with him. He just be emotional. I be trolling him. He be in his feelings. But I say all that to say, he's over here trying to follow behind his leader. So he has Flakko. He's reacting to the Flakko stuff.
Flakko will have the latest of the LA news, especially when it's.
So it wouldn't be a surprise. Look, he starts off penis juggling. Listen to this.
At this point, that Flakko. This is no shock at this point that Flakko will have the latest of the LA news, especially when it's attached to No Jumper and podcasting.
What? Why the fuck are you twitching like that, Smokey? You smoking my shit? You smoking my shit. Over here doing all this goddamn twitching, acting like this guy. Everybody wants to hug scrotums. It wouldn't be any surprise that Flakko would have the best LA content news. Even though I dropped it last night, today twice, shorts out, longs, thousands of views. I know you seen it. I'm up and down the goddamn timeline. You're a liar, sir. You wanted to hold Poetik Flakko's scrotum in your hands. You like the feeling of it, obviously, allegedly, supposedly, in my opinion. You hear what I'm saying? Because I know you seen me drop this. But let's hear what this sucker has to say. I'm putting y'all on 1.5. I don't want to hear you imbeciles speak honestly. I just want to hear what y'all how y'all try to exclude me from your content that you know you obviously got from me. But let's watch this. All right, let's watch this smoker get into this.
This the LA news, especially when it's attached to No Jumper and podcast.
Oh shit, those twitches are in fast forward now. Hold on, I gotta slow it down so I can see those twitches in real life. All right, let's go back a couple times because you was twitching like a motherfucker, bro. And you looking over here like I don't have a pusher in the stem. I don't know who got your lighter. I don't know who stole your rock. I know you had a rock over there. I know I had a piece of who took my pusher. We know you're off illegal substances, sir.
This is no shock at this point that Flakko will have the latest of the LA news, especially when it's attached to No Jumper and podcasting, I would imagine. But even when it's not, he be on it. I can't lie. Oh, my mama. He gets to school. I had heard about the cat from Pueblos that had died not too long ago. And if you know about the East Side and current events, my mind was in a whole nother place.
Because you didn't have no information, you don't know nothing about what's going on in Europe, running up under Poetik Flakko because you're a sucker. But shout out to you for being such a big old nerd. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, we ain't shouting out this nerd.
So for me to find out that allegedly the charges that's been brought on against Jefe got something to do with tacos and the young cat from Pueblos, that's crazy to me.
Where did you find out this information?
The East Side is evil. Evil. La La Land, all this shit evil. Compton, all this, but that.
Can you even rep that, sir? Are you allowed to say the East Side anymore? I'm just saying, I heard you set down your flag and you're no longer gang banging. So are you Eastie or not? We're confused. You're a confused gangbanger. All right, let's keep going.
Evil Eastie East Side.
He heard the East Side. He just had to come on here and say East Side 17 and a half times.
Like, if this is exactly what took place, well, I'm gonna stop talking. We finna see what Flakko say. Mama. She been crazy though. A fake curses on it. And of course you can't blame No Jumper for this one, but god damn.
Young and Jefe was arrested last night on murder.
That was on some LA gang shit. He thought that fly ass podcast shit was gonna make him, oh, I'm cool, I ain't tripping. And everybody don't be on that.
So you're hating on young Ed Jefe talking about, you thought you was gonna be on some fly ass podcast shit and everybody don't be on that. So you're a hater. That's really weird. Yeah. Because basically you don't know the story and you gonna just say that he was out there on some fly, trying to be fly podcast cool, thinking he cool. He don't even act like that. He don't even be trying to be cool with niggas. He got numbers don't even use. What are you talking about? You are a follower and a nerd.
Everybody don't be on that.
Shut up.
It look like he bumped into some young Damo.
It look like you don't know. You're watching another goofy that has no connection to the streets at all. You hear what I'm saying? Making up bullshit.
If this is what actually took place, and they was gangbanging, what he claims to be actively a part of right now. Is what he says. You know what I'm saying? He stopped pushing peace. You dig it, Oz? But whatever, he went over there like that, and that's just one of the things when you take a chance of going out of bounds, like you extra comfortable in Damo and you a crip. These are one of the risks you're running.
Street dude to breathe on me. The last thing I want is for a street dude to interrupt my day, to disturb my day, to breathe on me.
So whatever the incident was, this is going to sound like a confession.
Whatever the incident was, it sounds like a confession. It sounds like you're confessing to be on illegal substances with this type of face, sir. Because I know anybody look like this. I got an Uncle Roger look like this when he can't find his crackhead lighter. I'm telling you, sir, we know that you abuse chemicals currently, daily. You look like you just dug a hole out back for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas just be digging holes and doing weird shit when they're off those substances. So obviously you have nothing to say, and you bring no substance to the conversation.
Well, I'm trying to regroup, you know what I'm saying, and think things through, man, and just, create the space to be calm and copacetic, you know what I'm saying, through the storm, you know what I'm saying?
I always thought he was sharper than he was on the internet, so maybe he think he talking over them people's head. But no, they can break
he
down.
always thought he's sharper than he was on the internet, so you just are continuously hating on young and Jefe. I want y'all to go over there in the comments and say, suck ass nigga, stop hating on a real one, goofy.
Storm, you know what I'm saying?
I always thought he was sharper than he was on the internet, so maybe
You always thought he was sharper than he was. I don't think I want to hear anything else from you, sir. I think I'm done with you. Yeah, I think I'm cool. Damn bad, doing bad, brother. I don't want to listen to him no more. I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? I forgot we had other things we were looking at before I gave that suck on my screen. Obviously, he doesn't have anything. He continues to talk about so I guess what happened and shut the fuck up.
Okay. Who said Aunt Jefe won't address this? Someone has been on his bumper in every video about his brother's hate towards Hoovers. So yeah, people saying he off the drugs. But anyway, this is kind of like what's going on. Okay, basically, this is a serious gang beef going on in LA, and we don't know for sure, but it could definitely be something to do with this war. Who knows if somebody from the Hoovers caught Aunt Jefe, he had to defend himself. We don't know exactly what happened, but his brother is known.
Well, you don't even know because you're talking about the
very
Hoovers.
outrageous on social media. But not just the Hoovers,
y'all make
but
everybody's
also the
making
Rolling
me mad
60s
today.
because from what I understand, the
Motherfuckers
8
coming
Gangster
on
Crips, they
here
got issue with
trying
the
to hurry
neighborhood,
up
the
and
Rolling
post some
Crips,
shit.
right? And apparently I've got in trouble for saying the wrong thing before, but apparently this is NBA 2, who's Ant's brother. Apparently that's what the NBA stands for. This is a very offensive words towards, I believe, the neighborhood Crips. And they saying one of them bashing assassin from a crew called ETG. And basically he dissing the Rolling 60s heavy in this video.
North side, nigga. Gangsta. Big now performance. It ain't nighttime. It's morning. Fuck that. Fuck cities. I'm NBA. Flag Trey Gangsta. Little northbound, nigga. Northbound to what, man? Where's that? NBA monster, nigga. These baby now performance. They can't go shot on me and do this, cuz. Oh, gangsta, I do that anytime with the horseman. I do that all day since 11 years old. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that, bro. Come on, bro. I ain't talking.
So yeah, he out here dissing the neighborhood Crips. I don't want to offend anybody. All right, people saying he might got a mental disorder. Okay, is he the one who got the Hoover whack out on his arm? People saying they thought Hoover and ETG were good. Did I miss something? The Hoovers dissed the Gangster Crips. I thought they had a weird Hoover ETG alliance. They're saying Tweaking Jefe needs to get his brother. Right? They're saying he's going to be a Skid Row resident. Okay, but look. So just to give you some background on his gang, right? ETG or the 8 Tray Gangsters, all right? People saying, does anyone know the exact boundaries of each side or clique of the 8 Trays in California? Okay, they're saying north is going north up Normandy, all around F and N. Back west is going south down Normandy, passing Manchester to Century and Denker to Budlong. South is in between Normandy and western going towards Florent. Far west is western to Van Ness, 89th to somewhere. And I don't know about OWS and 71. Gangster Crip are basically baby 8 Tray Gangsters, and UTGC are baby ETGs in the apartments on 79th. There's a couple uptown Gangster Crips, but most of them turned NS or 8 Tray Gangster. I'm not sure, but this is my guess. Probably wrong. So the 8 Tray Gangster Crips, ETG, whatever you want to call them, right? They're pretty notorious over there in LA, right? People are saying, what's the status of the 8 Tray Gangsters nowadays? I always wondered how they hold down such a huge territory, and if they go toe-to-toe with all the neighborhoods that are near them. I know LA gangs don't keep scores like Chicago gangs do. I'm just curious on how the 8 Trays are so large. So it says, also known as Hell Gang, 8 Tray Gangster Crip is the largest black gang in LA as far as territory goes, though the 60s and a few other gangs outnumber them in membership. Okay. He was saying, Google 8 Trey Gangster and read Monster Cody's book if you want to understand how they got to where they're at. As far as present day goes, gangs like 8 Trey aren't going anywhere anytime soon, regardless of if they make noise or not. He was saying 8 Trey Gangster is one of the few black hoods that listen to their OGs and have a militant energy in their set. They don't let any other taggers or gangs coexist in their hood. So people saying you don't hear about certain hoods. Mexicans potentially are in the area. People saying it's mostly black people in the 8 Trey areas. Who saying they notice LA gangs don't keep score like Chicago gangs. So what's interesting is there's clips going around where they're basically saying this is deep. The 8 Trey gangster member who started the war between the 60s and 8 Treys is now a washed up bum while the war continues. Young Ants from the 8 Trey gangster speaks on it. So this is Ant Jefe apparently speaking on kind of older 8 Trey gangster members who started some of these really important street wars.
Once you started out, so we all started out as students, you know what I'm saying? You might have had your big homie, your favorite big homie, or a person you might have looked up to, or whatever the case may be, and they sold you the narrative. And you coming up, you know what I'm saying, in these poverty-stricken conditions, this what was going on around you. This is what you seen every day. So this was a norm for you. You feel me? And this was being sold to you. So this is what you bought into. So once you become the student, and a lot of people that took their study serious, you feel me, and excelled, you feel me, in this gang space, you feel me. Once you was the student, you become the teacher, and you get to see that a lot of lies was told, and a lot of people wasn't living a lifestyle that they sold to you, and you the one that really lived it. So it's a lot of disappointments. On top of that, you see the carnage that you was doing as far as the community, you feel me. Like at the end of the day, what you really fighting over? You fighting over a dude right now that's over there. I want to say his name, like Big Rick in the 60s. The brother got killed, and the dude from 8 Trey who did the killing, he not even from 8 Trey no more, but a lot of people don't even know him, but he walk around the 8 Trey community like a bum, and people walk past him every day and
don't even know it's him.
Don't even know it's him.
That's crazy. Hey, he a bum, and he can get an interview. He don't know he get some change.
He don't even gangbang no more. Like,
but he don't know his value though, because he can get an bro. You know they'll pay him.
And he don't even gangbang. So let me sum it up, and then we can get to them super chats she just spoke about. So let me say this.
Some super chats she was spoken about.
Yeah, let me sum it up here.
Stop
right?
me from doing my thing, profile.
So it's interesting, right? It's kind of explaining that like the older generation, they started a lot of beefs, and then the younger generation got a little bit smarter and was able to outthink the problems of the last generation and do things better. It says the guy who started the war was from 9-0 Gangster before they turned to Rollin' 90s and became neighborhoods. He had started hanging with the 8 Treys and was trying to switch gangs. He shot Rick's brother after losing a fist fight because he was trying to prove himself. He was nowhere to be found for years, and the 8 Treys disowned him after this. He's currently a transient/dope fiend. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? So we learn in kind of some backstory about what was going on.
Gentrification.
So there's a lot of random clips of that going around. Like this one, look, I'm not saying this is definitely proof of anything, but like this clip is being posted around, and people saying this is proof of young Ant Jefe accidentally admitting to shooting up the Hoover's Hood Day, where he basically accidentally admits that he did a shooting.
I don't know who this person is, but Hot Topics is pertaining to the shooting I did to I don't know who this.
So they're saying he accidentally admitting he doing shootings and shit. And so basically, right, I'm trying to get to the bottom. I didn't know everything about Ant Jefe's kind of street credentials, but good thing, okay, rap news and street politics clips, they got young Ant Jefe's 8 Trey Gangster Crip report card, right? So we might have to just check out his Crip report card real quick. Just try and get to the bottom of, you know, what kind of grades we're looking at. Maybe there's some clues in this video. I haven't actually seen this one yet. So let's just check this out and get to the bottom of Ant Jefe's Crip report card, and we'll try and find out if we can find any leads on the situation.
Now, next up on the list, we got somebody that stays popping on the internet. This dude always into something on YouTube, man. Every time you turn on YouTube, you see his face coming out the West Side 80s. We got young Ant Jefe from 8 Trey Gangsta Crip.
5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in the smack. Big shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they fuck, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Impact and make it gooey. When I terrorize like Stewie. Gun chest, 10 choppers. Take my chances with the Uzi. Little baby, she might lose me. 2 months. And he low-key came out the blue with it. When he first hit the scene last year. Around that time when niggas was talking about the peace talks. We know a lot of people in the city, especially on the West Side,
was pushing and this is the first time that a lot of people became familiar with Jefe. But what people got to realize is Jefe is still only a couple years removed from federal custody after serving an extensive bid. Now, you know, he's done state time and fed time. And we broke all of this down in the video that we did on him. Now, how that video came about, you know, as he started to grow his legs on YouTube shit, he was going back and forth to be crazy. And a lot of people started inquiring and asking about Young Ant paperwork for one reason or another. So he pulled the paperwork on the full A-Tray indictment. And after going through the shit, we really wanted to show how to keep your game hanging, your cripping, your blood, whatever, solid in the midst of a federal indictment. You know, we break down a lot of federal indictments on the channel. It'd be a lot of niggas telling. A lot of niggas do keep it solid as well. But to see somebody who's now a staple on the internet keep it solid on a large federal indictment like that, you know, it's good.
So there was like a big federal indictment that the A-Trays got involved in. And I know that there was like a lot of drugs involved.
This video,
it was a big situation. They're saying Ant kept it fully solid throughout the whole situation. So, you know,
I think this video is where I went back and did my research, and I was like, dang, I didn't know he was really plugged in like that.
Old dust nowadays in this industry where everybody's ratting. So he's in California.
No jumper, man. Now, like I said, behind us of his reputation on the streets as well, before he went to the pen now, he hasn't spent a grip of time on the streets like some of these dudes have that we see on the internet. But one thing we do see is his connection between a lot of different members from various hoods. He's accumulated a good amount of respect, not only in his hood, but also outside of the A-Trays, because we always hear about somebody tapping in with Ant in regards to different situations. But as we know, like with most people, Young Ant is not an internet dude. You know, everybody in this space has been outside and did whatever they did in the streets
for you guys
coming to the internet.
Jefe murder case. I've got a bunch of new information about the victim and the situation that went down that did cause a murder, where they're alleging that Ant Jefe was at least.
Is he about to recycle my shit too? Is his nails painted? His nails are painted. Oh, I just want to know, now that all these mainstream people are posting, are y'all gonna go in their comments and tell them that they don't know what they're talking about and shit too? And I'm sure everybody's just gonna credit Flakko. It's really crazy. He said, I got some new information. Let's see.
There, or perhaps even participated in the murder. I've also got some footage of Ant Jefe right before he was arrested. It seems like maybe he was actually crying on his channel in a video. Literally, I see a video of him crying, and then I see a video of him in another location. Some people are suggesting that he might have actually been on the run. And look, this not appreciated what. I didn't know to run. I've seen everything that is.
So now everybody's posting my story. West Coast gang. So they're even posting it. Break in. So they're just posting it. It's just crazy to see everybody run with your story and not give you any.
What's interesting about this is essentially his crew is pretty notorious. Okay, so these are kind of some people posting "Long Live Bandit" or "Bandito." I'm gonna lie, that's kind of cold today. 2nd Street, Mert, cool. They're saying a mixture of them.
He's getting all his
little did they know 3 days
Reddit.
ago, unknowing with Sean Kiltdown, Slauson Holmes of the Blows was just trolling A-Boy Heavy. Who was saying it's ECC work, that's Avalon's folk. People said that this situation is. But now let's jump forward to Ant Jefe of Sunday. I don't know.
We're gonna make it.
This is his brand, right? They turn the morning on his videos the wrong reasons. But some people were saying that this post burst into tears.
Another one.
He's been through some shit too, but shit, he crying. So in this
he's getting
they don't care about number with the shit. Once again,
involved. I'm just really hoping that he can find a positive resolution to the situation. Okay, it doesn't bring me any pleasure to see him crying in videos and going out like this, and people just scrambling to find out what's going on with him. So wishing him all the best. Hopefully he gets a fair and just straight resolution to the situation. I hope it's not as bad as it looks. And rest in peace to the man that lost his life. I don't know exactly what transpired in that situation, but he was a young guy. He was 30. He had a lot of his life ahead of him, and there's really I'm sure there's more to the story. But hopefully at some point, okay, we can see things get better. Because Ant Jefe was somebody, he was from the streets, but he was doing something positive with the music and the podcasting, and he was finding a new lane for himself to get paid and do his thing. And this is a very unfortunate way for him to go out. So hopefully he's not really involved. Hopefully he beats it. Hopefully the felony murder charges just because he was there. Maybe, he unfortunately fell in with the wrong people. But I do think his posts after this incident went down are pretty telling. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. I'll be back with an update as soon as I have more info. But for now, I'm out. Peace.
All right, Byron Blake is
the OG cop call.
Byron Blake is going with Seti Nash's narrative. Let's see what he got to say.
Calling Crip thumbnail back for this one because this is some real cop calling Crip type. Seti Nash has taken to his platform with accusations that Aunt Jefe was arrested for the murder of Big U's son, Baby Huey. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, before we get to that part, I want to address his whole presentation with this news. Not just of who he is saying Aunt Jefe is accused of killing, but his reaction to the news that Aunt Jefe is charged with murder. Y'all know how I do. I ain't gonna do too much talking, waste too much time. So let's get into these clips.
I do think that it would be a good look for the Keyways all over LA, though, if the neighborhoods were to come through and put the money together to bail out our A-Trade brethren, Mr. Jefe. And I think you could probably spearhead that.
Dope. I think that'd be super dope.
Now I had to stop it right there because Adam was saying that he think it would be a good look for the Keyways if all of the different neighborhoods could come together and, you know, put some bond money together for Aunt Jefe. Seti Nash looking for some way to insert himself into this situation. Because this is the thing, right? When you got issues with a person, like those two guys have issues, which we all know about, sometimes, you know, you just don't say nothing. If it's somebody like you talking about, you the California landlord, the LA landlord, so it should be nothing for you to pull up on Aunt Jefe. You was talking about pulling up on 607 down there, so it should be nothing for you to pull up on him. With that being said, it make you look like a weirdo to sit on the internet and politic on somebody and talk about them when you won't pull up on them. So in situations like this,
had beef, but
you know, it's almost like you shouldn't say nothing. You know, you shouldn't even speak on it. When certain shit happen, like, oh, dude caught a case, so what? I don't care about that nigga. Whatever, you know. But instead, the cop calling Crib wanted to take this opportunity to give his opinion on Aunt Jefe, also get some views off of the topic. But he know he looked like a goofy just getting on here talking about it because you could just easily not say nothing. But he had to insert himself, and this is the path that he took.
Why does the neighborhoods have to put up the money? Why the neighborhoods got to put up the money? Why don't the gangsters put up the money? On A-Trade gangsters, why don't they put that shit up? He just was doing all this shit where he was saying, man, you know, when you got your money up and I'm out here doing better than people and all of this shit, and people start asking you for money and all this stuff and everything. Bro, what if he basically got caught up and he popped the neighborhood? Then what's going to happen? No, this on his homies to figure out. Now, if them cats up there, if they want to put some money up for Buddy to get bond and all this shit and everything, all right, cool. I wouldn't feel no way if Adam actually didn't do that. Just gonna keep it authentic with y'all. That's just me. But to pretend that rivals to where he from is supposed to put money up on that, unless he done smoke somebody and the goal is to get him whacked when he get up out of there, then ain't no damn way in hell cats gonna sit up here and go, oh yeah, we need to go ahead and bail out him. Why the, do you know how many homies is sitting in county jail right now with lower bail than that for lesser shit than that? So, man, F up out of here, bro. That kumbaya bullshit and all that. Man, nigga, y'all put up the money. Tell the dummy who said my hands is tattooed. Where the fuck is my hands tattooed? Tell them niggas to go put up the money. Lordy, lordy, lord. I'm like, man, ain't no way on God's green. Y'all just try to push that shit on us.
Now, I'm almost willing to bet my last dollar that Adam did not mean the neighborhoods as in the neighborhoods. But even if he did, I'm almost 1,000,000% sure, like there's a 99.9999999% chance that he was not referring to you mentioning you, even thinking about you if he was, meaning the neighborhoods, as in the neighborhoods. Nobody look at you like that, bro. You've already, your cover is blown. You've already been exposed as a fraud. It's people from the neighborhood who have said they've never seen you, heard of you. We know that you from Sacramento. You live there your entire life, so give it up, bro. You talking about us like it's a y'all. You not in there. That's so crazy. But he had to create that pathway in order to make it seem like he has a reason to address this topic and not like he's just putting himself in somebody else's business and gossip. Now, let's get to the real crazy part of this video, because after all this talk about binding the ops out and chipping them and all of that real gangster shit, he said this.
Now, hopefully, man.
Because, again, when I tell y'all something, y'all should believe me. Because, you know, my track record is stellar. You know what I mean? So, let's get into this. Where's my trusty trackpad? All right. On the block news, he, MP, MB. Okay, let's just go to this.
Hey, rest in peace to the homie Lil Bandit, aka Bandino. You feel me? Poetik Flakko just came out with the story, you know, of what happened to Lil Bandit. So, you know, at the same time where Lil Bandit went to the taco stand to get him a burrito, Young and Jefe happened to be there to get him some tacos. You know, it's a taco stand. I'm not sure if Young and Jefe was aware of where he was at. He probably was. So allegedly Lil Bandit banged on Young and Jefe, asked him where he from. Young and Jefe, he told him A-Trey Gangsta Crip, you feel me? But he say that I guess Lil Bandit kept on pressing him, still pressing him. So Young and Jefe ended up getting out the line and walking to his car. So at that point, Lil Bandit may have feel like Young and Jefe was defeated. So he's still pressing Young and Jefe while Young and Jefe in the car.
This guy is literally just reiterating what he heard from Flakko. And it makes sense because it's right after a Flakko post. But let's keep going.
I guess Lil Bandit diss his hood, whatever. Young and Jefe start blasting, you feel me? Young and Jefe in jail for the body. Hey, rest in peace to the homie Lil Bandit, aka Bandino. You feel me? Poetik Flakko just came out with the story, you know, of what happened.
Some BS dispute. It get lowered to like manslaughter. He can fight that and win that. Hopefully it was amongst his own people, because if it's against some rivals, bruh, it's not going to be good. But if he did this shit to somebody and basically he shouldn't have did that shit, fuck him. So as y'all all R.I.P. to the victim, justice for the victim.
Hey, rest in peace.
If this man murdered somebody, and this is a big ass if, so I don't know what the hell the case entails, but if this man murdered somebody in cold blood, fuck him.
A-Trey Gangsta Crips. You know, so I'm kind of confused at the part where, you know, it say he banged on Young and Jefe. You know, and Young and Jefe said he was from A-Trey Gangsta, but it said the homies, or, you know, allegedly Lil Bandit was still pressing. You know, at the point where a nigga hear A-Trey Gangsters, you know, they way on the west side, the Peplos on beef with the A-Trey Gangsters. It should have been kind of like, you know, left alone. But Poetik Flakko was claiming that the homie Lil Bandit was dissing Young and Jefe hood, you know, dissing all kind of gangs and shit like that, you feel me? And, you know, me personally, I would have recognized that once.
So right now, even this guy, he wants to believe Flakko, but now he puts out a second video that says, hold on, this don't even make sense. Why would he be banging on them? They don't even bang against each other. They not even into it. Why would he be banging on them even after he heard A-Trey Gangsta? It don't make sense. Which is what I told you. His story don't add up. He's just regurgitating some information he heard from my page, from my video, and he's trying to throw some extras on it to make it sound good and get to his AdSense. But let's see what else buddy got to say.
The nigga start walking to the car. Once a nigga too uncomfortable, the nigga gotta be on his toes, cause you know he wasn't walking to the car cause he was scared, nigga. He was walking to that car so he could be fully comfortable and fully prepared, and he had a plan to do something at that point. So, as y'all all know, or as y'all all should know, the Peblos do not beef with the HA Gangster Crips. You know, so I'm kind of confused at the part where, you know, it said he banged on Youngin Jefe. You know, Youngin Jefe said he was from HA Gangster, but it said the homies, or, you know, allegedly Lil Bandit was still pressing. You know, at the point where a nigga hear HA Gangsters, you know, they way on the west side. The Peblos don't beef with the HA Gangsters.
Now, anybody that listens to Poetik Flakko's story, they're like, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. As I'm listening to the story, another thing pops in my head that doesn't make sense. Why would Youngin Jefe be in unfamiliar territory? From what they're telling me, he shouldn't even have been over there on the east side. Okay. And you leave 2 in the morning, and you leave your strap in the car? Huh? I had to walk back to my car to get my strap. Okay. That's okay. That's where we're going with. All right. Let's get back to this.
This fake ass, oh, I like this person, so yeah, we're gonna absolve all his crimes. I tell y'all what YNW Melly. If Melly get found guilty and the evidence show all that shit and everything, fuck him.
Now, anybody who hangs with this dude, who considers him a homie or anything of that nature, should be highly concerned hearing him talk like this. This dude has built his reputation. Y'all heard him in this video. Yeah, us, the neighborhoods. He want to be known as a member so bad. You around all the members and gangsters and thugs and killers, but you on here talking about justice? You on here talking about justice for somebody, bro? Niggas should be afraid of this dude because he's telling you how he thinks. He don't like killers. So if you just so happen to be a member who people talking about in the hood called a body, you need to be concerned about Seti Nash tipping you off. Tipping the people off on you. Crime Stoppers or some shit like that. Because that's the type of lingo that he's talking. We know this already. We saw him on the news. It was staticky. It was staticky. And then I heard he's not part.
This shit that made E-News. This is crazy.
With felony murder in Los Angeles, with his bail set at $1 million. Law enforcement officials confirming the news of murder charges to TMZ May 19. E-News has confirmed her arrest. Podcast co-host and Jefe has been arrested and charged with felony murder in Los Angeles, with his bail set at $1 million. Law enforcement officials confirming the news of murder charges to TMZ May 19. E-News has confirmed her arrest records that Ant, whose real name is Maurice Shellman, was arrested by the Los Angeles Police Department's Robbery Homicide Division also on May 19th and is being held on $1 million bail. No Jumper founder Adam22 responded to the arrest on his Instagram story hours later, sharing a screenshot of the text message he sent to a TMZ reporter, writing, "Honestly, I don't know anything yet, so I'm not of much value. But he's been a great podcaster for the last year or so, and as far as I knew, he wasn't really in the streets like that anymore. So this was all a huge shock." He added that they learned of Ant's arrest during their podcast's May 19th episode when the rapper didn't show up to set. While they initially thought Ant lost cell phone service, they eventually speculated that he was arrested.
Maurice Shellman.
Nah, they got the
felony.
I could tell by the bail amount how much the bail amount.
77.
Only $1 million bill in LA is just $1 million. That's a high one, bro.
Oh man.
E-News was unable to locate an attorney for Shellman and has reached out to the LAPD for comment. It's not yet heard back.
Alrighty.
It's Shellman.
Nah, they got the
felony.
Wow.
Felony for what? It doesn't say. It
don't say no more. It used to say. But I could tell by the bail amount how much the bail amount.
77. LA Robbery and Homicide Division.
Oh no.
No. That's
the agency description.
That's bad. It's 77th Street, bro. $1 million bail.
$1 million bail doesn't seem. I mean, that's what they gave Chud.
No. That's
the only $1 million bill in LA is just $1 million. That's a hot one, bro.
Oh man, that's
I'm not putting that past Aunt Hefe, man.
Nah, but we gon' see. They could have it, but you never know. It's your
Free the homie, he ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, because in LA right now, you have to see a judge anyway.
Jefe, the rapper and co-host of the No Jumper podcast, has been arrested for murder. Law enforcement sources have told TMZ that Aunt Jefe was busted by LAPD's elite robbery homicide division and booked for felony murder. He's being held at the LAPD jail on a $1 million bond. Adam 22 told TMZ that Aunt Jefe has been a great podcaster for the last year or so, and as far as he knew, Aunt wasn't really in the streets like that anymore, so this is all a huge shock.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as another No Jumper co-host to the platform has got taken in by the police once again. And this time around, it's a little bit more serious from what we've seen other times because young Ed Jefe has been charged with murder and hit with $1 million bond. And I had a link in the description where you can watch the clip in the beginning in full from the No Jumper show as the news began to break, to my understanding, last night because he didn't make it to the show. They was wondering where he was at from the clip that I seen on Twitter. Then next thing you know, they said that he was actually taken in. They were saying he wasn't answering the phone. It was going to the voicemail. And also TMZ, where they reported as well, and they said this. Aunt Jefe is in hot water with the law. The No Jumper co-host and rapper just landed behind bars after getting arrested for murder, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Jefe was busted by LAPD's elite robbery homicide division and booked for felony murder. The artist, whose real name is Maurice Shellman, is being held on $1 million bail at the LAPD jail. We've reached out to the LAPD for a narrative about what happened. So far, no word back. As for his career, Jefe is best known as the co-host of the popular hip-hop podcast and YouTube channel No Jumper. He has also released several rap albums, dropping bars about his life growing up on the tough streets of South Central Los Angeles. Now, young Ed Jefe, I got introduced to him when he came to the No Jumper platform. That was my first time seeing him and stuff. I did know that he rapped as well. Now, I will say this. This, to my understanding, is not on No Puncher. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. I'm going to keep it solid. I give No Puncher a very hard time, and I'm going to continue to do so. This one, just a situation we don't know. He is innocent until proven guilty. I know people want you to get out here and try to solve crimes from your cell phone, your Wi-Fi, your computer, your camera. They gonna act like they was on the scene, special detective unit, like they getting forensic evidence. Who knows when this comes from? We will have to wait and see on that. Now, I will say this. Whatever he had going on outside of the No Puncher show, that's on him. Now, that doesn't change the fact that some of the things that we hear No Puncher glorify, push, as we seen what happened recently with them, and charges being filed in that brawl that happened at the end of 2024. I don't know if y'all remember that, where the guys got beat upside the building and things. It's just be a lot of stuff that goes wrong up there, and that comes from the owner of the platform, No Puncher himself, not being strict and running a platform based on respect and moving a certain way, and then you bring it to the politics once you see somebody else have their platform operate around the politics, and they allow that to be a part of the conversation because they can shut it down at any times, but he's made that a part of his content. And he don't know how to be serious even right there. Yeah, man, young Ant out there like that, man. Oh, man, he's out here like that. Then he like, oh, man, $1 million bond, that don't really seem that much. I'm like, bro, what is you talking about? $1 million bond don't seem like too much because Chud got that. I'm like, bro, $1 million bond anywhere is something serious, and trust me, I don't have to find out the hard way. Don't nobody want no $1 million bond. Just keeping it all the way 1,000.
Right.
That means you facing some real serious stuff. You got to come up with $100,000. Somebody might have to put their house up, put up cash. You gonna have to scrape the scramble for it. Keeping it all the way 1,000. But we shall see what this is in the future right here. That No Puncher building is hot. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. I told y'all before, the police watch everything on the internet. I see they got a video circulating with him talking about having a bad day and things. That could be anything, bro. So we not finna even tie that into this. I want this to be clear, though. The police, the feds, the government, they watch everything on the internet just in a random downtime or free time already. They have access to everything. But when it's consistent, a bunch of chaos, a bunch of capital C's going on in one location, they know where that location is at, and they know that it's people that have been locked up before because he had served time before. To my understanding, he did some years in the feds. I don't know exactly for what, but I seen that get mentioned on No Jumper before. But the No Jumper place is a place for capital C's. Controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, and confrontation to be a part of the conversation and keep the algorithm in rotation, and we added crashing out to that situation. That is a place where you can go crash out, you can go be disrespectful, you can put it all on the line. No Puncher will welcome it all in. This is just the energy of that building already. So people are gonna start pushing, hey, is this building that? Is that building that? At times, that building can lead you to that, but we not going to throw that on No Puncher right here, because this could be something completely that ain't got nothing to do with nothing at all, something that happened in the past maybe. And also, let's be all the way clear, we don't know nothing yet. You can't accuse a man of something that you don't know nothing about. I know that sells more. I know that's what the people want to hear more, but we can't operate on fake time and fake business. We'll keep y'all updated with it, with the straight facts as Mo comes out. We'll see what happened with it. No Puncher still got Brick Baby going through his situation. Loose Cannon had made several appearances on the platform. If I'm not, he made a few appearances, not just one. I think he made more than one on there, about two, maybe three on there. And then even called in while they was out on bail and kept the content rolling. Not out on bail, because he's not out on bail to my understanding that I know of. They kept the content rolling. The content a die. Used to be trap or die. Used to be getting money or die. Now it's content or die. They kept the content rolling, calling in from the feds on the platform. So believe me, No Puncher would love nothing more than young Ed Jefe to call in on his case, but him doing time already, and I think he did some real time. He probably like, hey, bro, I got to go through this. This is a real fight for my life. I'm not about to turn this into content. This is really real. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This is not something you play with, but we'll keep y'all updated on it. Make sure y'all tap into the Urban Politicians TV Patreon, and also it is on the website and the app by choice, not by force. We'll keep y'all updated on there. I got a stream coming, man.
All right, man. I'm getting tired. I didn't really even plan to do this live. I just seen Flakko stealing my content, and it's crazy now that Flakko put it out. Everybody's picking it up, you know, from him. That's how it goes. So, yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. If you ain't here, I appreciate it. If you're following, appreciate you. If you're not following, please follow. You know, support the real. Other than that, man, we gonna get up out of here. I will tap in with y'all soon. But until then, tap in, tune in. It's your boy Demon Time Exotics. And I'm gone.
Cause we been putting in the work. They don't know about my squad, niggas turn. I got day ones with me, you should see the ones that turn. Big lighter, just in case of flame the gas on Bridgesburg. I've been taught the game by OGs, but some say I never learned. Been the same ways as 03 shit, this for better or worse. You got me, but all you got is the problems I had with her. Told them back to work, the napkins work, spectacular, but vernacular. If she leave, then that's on her. I got God with me, I'm about to take them back to church. If you hating on me, on my soul, promise that won't work. If you hating on me, on my soul, promise that won't work. Only get to do this shit, cause we get to work. Yeah, we only get to do this shit, cause we put in work. Wonder what's the price of love, and why does it cost it all? I'm up on the list, if I'm on the list, then you can cross me off. This shit just like Gilligan's Island, I ain't lost with y'all. Told me to take my time, I don't waste my time at all. Don't have no idols or no heroes. They say money is the root of all evil. But if life is the price to cost people, then why? Don't know about my squad, niggas turn. I got day ones with me, you should see the ones that chose to turn. Big glider just in case the flame the gas that niggas burn. We can only do this shit cause we been putting in the work. We can only do this shit cause we been putting in the work. We can only do this shit cause we been putting in the work. Back to work, the napkins work, spectacular, spectacular. If she leave, then that's on her. I got God with me, told her mama take them back to church. If you hating on me, promise on my soul that won't work. No.